Good morning, y'all. It is about April 7th, April 10th, 7:36 in the morning. On this glorious, glorious Sunday. Yes, it is. And today I woke up just feeling um like I woke up feeling very recharged and refreshed. And I woke up feeling like just get up and do some yoga, get up and do some stretches. So my divine feminines, if you haven't seen the video that I posted up yesterday, I did talk about how y'all are being pushed to be in like a get up and go type of energy, like a let go energy and do something else, like something is coming, something is revving up. So therefore it's like a whole shift is happening, like a whole entire shift is happening. And I love it. Like I said, I love it because, for myself and for some other, feminines, we have been definitely straddling the fence, should I go? Should I stay? Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I do this? Should I do that? And now it's to the point where we are making up our minds and, coming to the conclusions and decisions of what we want to do and what we need to do. And I love it. I like the other day, I've I don't know if I said this in a video or whatever, but I was watching, just some of my favorite vloggers, my girls and stuff like that, my favorite vloggers. And I've got, I heard, you know, um, listens to God prayers like as you sleep, like a sleep meditation, like you just put it on to go to sleep. And I was supposed to have did that last night, but I didn't because I fell asleep. And I don't know what it is. Like it's a great feeling because it's spring equinox. The whole thing. Like it's the rebirth, the renewal, the regeneration, the rejuvenation, child, rejuvenation of everything. It is like the restart of everything. It's nothing but like a lot of brand newness that is coming. Like I just feel it, and not only do I feel it, I see glimpses and changes of a lot of things that are being removed and shifted. I'm pretty sure that you can see the exact same thing of a lot of things that are being shifted around in your life, whether like I said, it could be in any part of your life. It don't just you know down to one thing. And and that's the best thing about it, because we are being you know I don't want to say push, but we are being guided to, start something new, create a new project, create a new habit, a healthy habit for us, to go new places, try new things. It could be try new food. It could be to go to a whole nother town. It could be to go on a spontaneous road trip somewhere. Like, it's like we're being guided to do something else. It's like, do something else, especially for those who have been sitting in energy and you haven't been like moving the energy around. So you haven't really been proactive, or you haven't been doing anything. I feel like this is something that is coming, and it's saying, it's time to be hella active right now. It's time to get off your ass and to do these things, because it's like you've waited long enough. And a lot of us are definitely being tested when it comes to, our words and our faith. And do you have faith? Do you believe in all of this other stuff? And, for those who are like worry warts, and they so anxious, so nervous, they worry about things, you're being tested on that too. Like, how much faith do you have? If you say, you leave it in our hands, if you tell us to take care of it, if you say, what, I'm just gonna let it play out, I'm gonna let it be what it be, and it's what it is, are you really just talking, or are you really in that energy? Because your energy don't lie, you know. And for myself, I have to say that I am proud of myself because I have, you know, definitely have situations that have come up, and especially some that are just make me really frantic, um, you know. And I was just like, you know, this is just going to blow over because, you know, this is nothing. I can do this, I can do that, and the situation is already taken care of. Like, the situation is already taken care of. I just got to call the person and tell them this, and then this is going to happen. So it's not, there's no need for me to worry. Like, so I'm just throw it to the back of my mind, you know, and continue to move forward with my day. Boom, I done took something that I would be totally frantic, like totally frantic of, and just in my head, and put a positive spin on it. I already claimed that it was already taken care of. I already said it was fine, and, you know, everything was situated and sorted out. So it was no need for me to worry, and I'm gonna continue to move on with my day. And then at the end of that, just give thanks and say gratitude. Say, you know, I'm thankful for this. You know, like if you have to call somebody for something, like the people were great, they were nice, so I'm thankful for that. They were so helpful, you know. Thank you, Lord, thank you, Jesus, thank you, you know, whoever you pray to, thank you, divine beings, for shifting things and allowing this beautiful thing to occur and allowing me to be able to soar past this. Like, I'm grateful for it. So, you know, I remember the other day I went out and I bought me some food, and I paid, y'all, I paid $30 for this food, and it was some chicken tenders and the sweet potato fries. But it was the best chicken tenders and sweet potato fries I've had. And normally, like, I'd be like, what? $30? Child, I don't think we fenced to do that. And I just accepted it because I felt, because it was me getting what, you know, I wanted. It was me getting what I felt I deserved. It's like, wow, you know, I deserve this. I deserve to be going out and spending, you know, $30 on some chicken tenders and fries, because, you know, often I don't do that. So for me to be in the space or the energy or in the feeling of treating myself, I'm not gonna feel bad for spending $30 on some food that's gonna literally last me like 2 days. Like, I don't feel bad. Like, I felt good, and I gave thanks and I gave gratitude towards it. You know, I thank, you know, God and, you know, the whole divine for allowing me to be able to enjoy this $30 meal. You know, I said, you know, thank y'all, because I deserve this. You know, like, this is what I deserve. This bussin'. Um, and yeah, you know, so definitely I'm in the alignment of giving thanks and seeing a lot of things fall into places, as well as, you know, for some divine feminines who are single. Mm-hmm. Team S. You probably have noticed that you've been, you know, you've been catching the eyes of the people them, whether it's men's or women's. It could even be both. Okay, you have been catching the eyes of the people them, and your options have just been ramping up, and your options are ramping up because you're being more open, and especially to my divine feminines who are open outside of they're normal. So, you know, like, let's say if you normally just date one race of men or women, you are expanding that. You are, you know, taking the interracial route. You're saying, you know, I'm just open to, you know, the right people, the people that align and matches me for my greatest good. You know, don't care what background they're from, race, creed, religion. Like, as long as they align with me and boundaries are respected and they're respectful, and, you know, everything is all handy dandy like a notebook, I'm good. I am good. I can go out on dates. We can be friends. You know, if you have kids, I can, you know, if you don't know what activities to do with your kids, or if your kids got games and you just need like a moral support there, tag me in, because baby will show up, okay? Baby will show up. And y'all, I've been talking about myself in the third person. Like, I remember yesterday I was at work and I was talking to my coworker and he asked me how I was doing and I was like, she has been doing amazing. He was like, okay, now third person. But she has. Like, she's been doing great, and you know, I have to you know, love myself, love the energy that I give. Not just like love myself, but love the energy that I give, because I've noticed like it don't matter who I'm with, but especially at work or you know with close friends, like you know, but um, especially at work, I have the vibration to change um the energy, you know, and I love that. You know, and I remember because I didn't work on Saturdays and I started working Saturdays, and you know, they used to be like, "What? You're here? Oh my goodness, you're here!" And I'm just like, yeah, you know, your girl's here. And, you know, that's something that I've always known, that I could change you know, the energy of the people I'm around, and I would like the atmosphere where I'm at, just by me being me, you know, just by me, just my presence, my energy, you know, and I love it. I love it. I love that, you know, I remember I was talking to this one girl that I used to work with. This was like, probably like October, November. Could have even been no, it was definitely probably like October, November-ish. And I remember I was just standing there and she came up to me and she said, you know what, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, what? She was like, when I met you, I thought that you didn't like me. And I was just like, hmm? She was like, when I met you, I thought that you didn't like me. I said, no, you talk too much. I said, but I don't have any reasons not to like you, because I didn't have any reasons not to like her. She just was a really chatty person, which was really good. But also, you know, when it came to certain times, it was like, girl, get these people in and out. Like, I understand you want to chat, give them, exchange information, get their email, chat with them via email. It was like, girl, like, shut the bottom to the top, like, close them lips. And I told her, I was like, well, I don't, like, I never had a reason not to like you, because like me and you really never talked, so it was like, it is what it is. And she was like, you know, I used to think that you didn't like me, and you know, all this other stuff. And she was like, and now, you know, that I know you a little bit better, she was like, I feel safe, like you make me feel safe. And I was just like, hmm. You know, like, okay, like, well, I'm glad that I could make you feel safe. Like, you know, can't save you, but I'm glad that, you know, when you're around me, you know, you know that, you know, Gigi gonna make sure, you know, no shit goes down. You know, like and I've noticed like even a lot of people that I've noticed lately would pretty much, you know, be kind of like on me, you know, or like in real close proximity to me. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? But you know, it's just the vibration that I'm giving off. So, you know, to go from her saying she thought that I didn't like her to now how safe she feels when I'm around, which is why she's always close to me. You know, it spoke values. Even one guy I work with, you know, when I used to talk to him and he used to always tell me how amazing I was. And this was when I was still, you know, waking up. Like, you know, when you wake up and you know you're amazing, you know you're an amazing person, but it's like you don't really see what other people see. So, you know, that could definitely be, you know, going on with Divine Feminine. It's like, if you don't really see how amazing you are and how special you are and how you make people feel, then most of the time, like even when you want to get somebody that's going to tell you these things and you're still not going to really grasp it, or you're not going to see it, and you're gonna attract those people in, you know. And I feel like divine feminines are really getting to the point where we are not only seeing these things and feeling these things, but we are also grasping these things, which is bringing in a lot of newness for us, which is bringing in a lot of new energy for us. And, and also for divine feminine, you can also be attracting, of course, we still got some healing work to do, but you can also be attracting people. Because like I said, now y'all standing in your power. When y'all used to be quiet, y'all talking. When y'all used to be a pushover, y'all pushing back. Y'all standing up for yourself. Y'all really stepping into, that if I have to get into my masculine energy and tear shit down, I will. I have to get into my masculine energy to get this career started. I am, and at the end of the day, once I get into that masculine energy, do what I do, I'm gonna fall back and get back into my empress energy, my feminine energy. So I'm balancing both of these energies within myself, which is amazing, especially if you already have that duality in your chart. So it's like I'm battling. Ooh, you could be battling some child. You could be trying to battle that energy, battle that. Okay, so, um, just to think about it, like I said, divine feminine's got options, and some of divine feminine's options are not their usual type and expectation. Okay, some of your options are not your usual type and expectations, meaning they are not. They're the opposite of you. I've met a person who, like, if I had to say my type, um, he's like the energy of that type, which is really fucking funny. And, slow mover, but he is such an opposite of me, where I am loud. I wouldn't say loud, but I am voiceful, and I am, hello. And he's more like toned down. He's really like earthy, where I'm really more like fiery. But it's like we have this duality, and we have this and I told him one time, and I was like, oh, my house is going to be, it's going to be noisy. Like, I'm going to have kids. It's going to be me. I'm going to have dogs. I'm going to have cats. Like, so there's no such thing as, a full day of quietness in my house. Like, unless I create that, and, teach that upon my children. Like, today are quiet days. Like, this is what you're going to do today, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, oh, my house is going to be quiet. And when I was like, I said, no, your house is going to be noisy. I said, opposite. And we was just talking, and I was like, well, opposites attract. You're more quiet type. I said, but you're going to get with somebody who's going to be pretty, vibrant as myself, because I said, just imagine you with another person like you in the house. That's going to be boring as hell. I said, you with another quiet person. I said you need somebody to spark that fire. You need somebody to bring out that fire. I said, as at the same time, I said you gotta look at it this way. I bring out your fire, and then you bring out my earth. And that's what I told him. I said, I bring out that passionate, that fiery, spontaneous, that side of you, and then you bring out my more like mellow, calm, cool. I said, so that's the opposite. So that's what you should, I said, that's, That's what you should want. I said, you might not want it. You might want somebody that's just as you. Because I know I wouldn't want somebody as fiery and passionate as fiery as me, because I'd be like, baby, I'm burnt the hell out. It's like it's only room for one of us in here to be like that, and that's me. You got to be the opposite of me now. You got to be the opposite of me now. Because if you fiery and you turned up, and baby, we not doing that. We not doing that. We are not doing that. So, and it's funny because, like I said, divine feminines are definitely meeting people that are definitely opposite of them, and you could be meeting people who's slow movers. They hold back a lot. And I feel like the reason why, if you're meeting somebody that's a slow mover and holding back and really not, like they're giving you um signs and, little telltale things and stuff like that, but they're not opening up. Like, it could be something that goes on within themselves. It could be, them having to, work up the courage and the nerve. You could be pretty intimidating, divine feminine. You can be pretty intimidating to approach and stuff like that. You can get people, the shakes and stuff like that, the nervousness. Ooh, child. You could be giving people that type of feeling. Like, you can trigger people's, you could trigger people's, rejections, fear of rejections and all this other stuff. Like, you can trigger that because somebody can like you so much, and it's like, this can't be true. Like, this has to be a facade that this person is portraying. Like, I know this person isn't as good as, I'm perceiving them to be. I know this person isn't as good as I think. And it's like, you are, but at the end of the day, they probably never came across a person like you, and they notice that, maybe, especially if their life is pretty chaotic, which, when I say chaotic, I mean they don't normally have like any type of structure to their life, and you're a very structured person. You can, make them like, I still want to be young, wild, and I don't want to settle down right now. But then it's like, I like them, but I don't want to tell them. And like I said, if they wind up missing out as well, then so be it. The next person gonna come in, and like I said, the person that really likes you, the person that's really there for you, the person that the divine really have for you, they're not going to miss out on this opportunity. They're not going to fear that rejection. They're not going to fear your, like, anything about you, because they're going to know that you're what they want, and they're going to make that move. And then that's just what it is. So, like I said, especially if you're, attracting people who's, they can't really get the words out. I like to always say, like, that mirrors us in a type of way. So look at somewhere in your life where you're not moving as quickly as you should, or you're not speaking your truth the way you're supposed to be speaking your truth and taking the initiative to do something, or to start something, to do something that you want something, but you're not moving towards it. It's like you're allowing, other things. Like I said, we're still healing, we're still getting rid of certain things, so it could still be some type of fear based, or some type of doubt that's there, that's keeping you from going forward, towards that thing, which is perfectly fine, because like I said, we're still healing, we're still growing, we would never stop healing and learning throughout life. That's life is nothing but a big learning lesson. You know and it's good. It's good. It feels good. It feels refreshed. It feels renewed. Like, a lot of y'all are switching up a lot of things about yourself: eating habits, hairstyles, the way you probably do your makeup or your skincare. You're probably switching up furnitures. Just working on yourself from the inside out. A lot of y'all have definitely had, confidence or self-esteem issues, as, most of us do. And, now y'all to the point where you can literally be naked in front of the mirror and glorify and love and appreciate your body for what it looks like. Although you're probably going to the gym so that, you probably going to the gym so that you can be a healthier version of you, especially if you have children or something like that. You want to be, you want to be healthy enough. Yeah. you want to be healthy enough to take care of them, because if you're not good, they're not good. That means that if you're the solo or the primary parent, if something happens to you, your kids fall too. So, you just gotta think about that. And I feel like, especially for divine feminines right now, y'all are starting to release a lot of people and a lot of things that it just don't make sense. It don't add up. It don't align to you. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be jobs, it could be anything. And it's like, I really don't need this. Like, I don't, like, I really don't need y'all. I really don't need this. It's like, and you're in that energy where you just want to be solo dolo, and you just want to do new things, and you want to be adventurous. Like, if you've never been camping or hiking, or to like a mountain or a river or a lake or something like that, it's like you want to go, you want to experience these things, you want to experience nature, you want to experience a bunch of newness. And I'm telling you, one divine feminine to another divine feminine, to do it, because it's going to be great, even if you do it by yourself. I'm not saying to be out there and be like camping and stuff by yourself, because you're going to have to learn the fundamentals of camping. You're going to have to know how to put up a tent. You're going to have to learn how to, do all these things. So, I mean, if you that type of explorer, okay, if you that type of explorer, you want to explore by yourself, I applaud you. Do it. Okay, and continue to encourage others to do it. Uh, record your journey and post it up to let people know. Like, I don't know what it is about people, but I remember before I, pretty much started like cutting off friends and all these other situations and stuff like that, I used to be, codependent on, people coming out with me, not going anywhere by myself, because who goes places by themselves? I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to be stared at. I don't want to be that odd single person at the table, enjoying food by themselves. And I remember one day I did take myself out. I don't know where it was. Where my first place was, but I did, and ever since then I've been taking myself out. Like, I've taken myself out to eat plenty of times. The last time I took myself out to eat was, I have to say, it was on Valentine's Day. I did take myself out to Red Lobster, but I wasn't feeling too good because I didn't eat that whole day, and I caught that hunger headache. I said, Miss Ma'am, she got to wrap it up, because, and I went in there because I was just going to do like a to-go. Like, I knew I wanted to sit down and eat somewhere, but I didn't know. I was like, I could do Olive Garden, I could do Red Lobster, I could do BBQs. Those are the places that I normally eat from. And I was like, and since I was at Target, and it was a Target, and it was a Red Lobster right there, I was like, let me go and get me some Red Lobster, because I really want some shrimps, And I was like, I really want some shrimps. And I got there, like, and mind you, I had this hunger headache before I got there, so I was already not feeling good. So I thought, maybe if I eat, I'll feel good. And I literally was sick the entire day, from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, I got home, I was like, your girl gotta go to sleep. Okay, your girl gotta sleep this off. And that's that's amazing. Like I said, we are just in that energy of growing. We are doing a lot of things, changing wardrobes, baby. I've been like, if you know me, I'm like a sneaker, jean, sweatpant, hoodie, no, sweatsuit girl. And now I've been like looking at different, styles, and I'm like, is baby changing her style? Okay. I mean, is baby moving out of this into that? And I'm proud of myself, all right? And, you know, and it's a really good and great feeling. It's a really good and great feeling to have, to know that everything is happening for you and not to you. Everything is aligning and things are coming into play, at the most unexpected time. So, you know, we could all be nosy Betty. We could all be nosy as hell. But it's to the point where I'm like, moving away and like, surprise me. And I used to be the one that's like, oh, I don't like surprises. I didn't like surprises at the time because I like to have the control of knowing what was going on. That's why, like, if you have a problem with surprises, it's because either one, you had a horrible experience with surprises. Um, Not like, surprise, and that you just drop dead on the floor, but you gotten, and I want to say it was horrible because all it really was you got a gift or a surprise party and you didn't like it. You didn't like the people, you didn't like the food, you didn't like the atmosphere, you didn't like the location. It's like you didn't like something about that and you felt cheated, or you felt, like it could have been better. So what you do is you sit up there and say, oh, I don't like surprise parties, because you want to have the control of everything. So Divine Feminine has definitely been in the energy of releasing control. And, like I said, it's still a little bit, but it's like you're releasing. So it could be like, child, what's going on? What's going on? So, hey, y'all. My rubber bands fell. So it could definitely be in the energy of, especially when it comes to your divine masculine. And, I was thinking the other day, I was like, what if the person that you've been calling your DM, it was a whole curveball in that, and that actually wasn't. He wasn't it. He wasn't it. And I'm not saying that like, oh, maybe he was like a karmic. Could have been. But maybe it was just like a whole nother curveball in it. Because maybe that person that been eyeing you from the side, that really like you, maybe that could be your person. Just saying. Maybe a DM was just like that catalyst, because it's like, the person I met, he was normally not my usual type and expectation. Like the way he dressed, he was shaved bald. Normally your girl, an islander, he got that. He's dark skinned, got that. But, some your girl like the tall things with dreads, and he was different. It was totally different, totally a curveball for me, and I was just like, I mean, push the head behind the ear, like anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? But I am grateful for the connection that he and I had built. I remember, because I remember when we were talking one day and we were at work, I'd say, and we go through we had this thing where we would bicker with each other. It was like what they call like lover squirrel, whatever the fuck it's called. But we would just like bicker with each other, like back and forth, and to the point where people would stop and stare at us and be like, I just have to listen to these two go back and forth because it was so fucking funny. Like, it was like we had a bond and relationship that I cherish. I do. And I remember, anytime somebody would talk to me and he was in that area, if you were a guy, he was just like, can I help you? And I'm like, bruh, move on. Like, go do something with yourself. But it was cute, it was cute. you know, and that's just what it was like. So you can definitely be in the energy of just, you know, you could be releasing your DM, you know, and embracing something new, and you're just in that energy of, you know, the good time. Let me reminisce the good times. Let me, you know, cherish those moments that we had that were amazing. Let me, you know, not dwell on the things that has happened. And, you know, like I said, everybody's journey is different. You know, your journey versus your DM's journey is completely different. You know, Divine Feminine, it's completely different. They might have to go through way more than what you have to go through, or you might have to go through way more than what they have to go through. You know, so it's totally different. And like I said, it's just in this energy of a lot of clearing and a lot of moving and shifting energies around. And, you know, your counterpart can feel that. Your counterpart can feel that you are ascending and you're growing and, you know, you're moving on and you're moving towards this thing. And they could feel like you're slipping away, like you're getting away. So, you know, definitely if you feel like they're pulling on your energy, most of the time they are, because it's like they don't want to let go, they don't want to grip it. And you have to come to a point that, you know, if you're trying to get with your DM or whatever, you have to let them know, like, even you're gonna do what you need to do to have me, or you need to fucking release me and get the hell off my energy and continue to live your life. It's like, it's either or. It's like, either you're gonna do what you gotta do and make your move, or you're gonna fucking release me and move the fuck on. It's like you don't have, those are your only two options. You don't have a gray area. So whatever you do, if you don't make a decision, I'm gonna make a decision, and my decision is going to be my final decision. So I'm giving you the opportunity to choose. Like I'm giving you an opportunity, because now it's crunch time, and I feel like this is what you're doing. You know, you don't want to move. You're not trying to do anything, but you're trying to hold on to me. Like you don't want me to go nowhere. So you're projecting all this stuff on me, and I'm gonna block that bitch out, and I'm gonna be gone. So it's like now y'all getting into this energy where y'all just like putting that boundary up. It's like either you gonna do what the fuck you gonna do, or you gonna fucking move out the way. You wanna forfeit your position. Like, and that just is what it is. Cause I know for a fact, like when Divine Feminine get into something, especially a relationship that they, you know, that especially that's divine giving, they're not leaving that. They're not going to you know, be like, oh well, my DM came back, so peace, check out the deuces. They're gonna be like, well, no, because you had your opportunity to do this thing and you chose not to, so therefore you forfeited your fucking position. You forfeited this lifetime, and it's nothing that I can do. Like, you gonna have to talk to God about that, because He gonna tell you the same thing. Like, you should have done what we were telling you to do. Like, you didn't want to move, you didn't want to do this, you didn't want to do that, you didn't want to let these people go, you didn't want to do, you know, it's like you didn't want to stop these habits, you didn't want to do it. So therefore we sent somebody that was better than you, because obviously you're not shit. You know, and sometimes you got to tell people like, you ain't shit, straight up. So, you know, now I just feel like Divine Feminine is definitely getting into that energy of, it's like, this is what it is, and this is what it ain't. And I love it for the collective of people. I need my lint roller, child. But it's cool. It's fine and handy dandy like a notebook, because baby, your girl hot. Okay, so it's like now we are you know, definitely just coming into that energy and that alignment, and I freaking love it. It's like, you know, you wake up in the morning, you know, and you get that energy to do something, do it. If you wake up in the morning and you get that feeling, that you know, energy of stretch today, do some yoga for 20 minutes. Do some yoga. YouTube, go on YouTube. If you can't afford a gym, YouTube, you know, listen to some meditations on your way to work instead of listening to certain music or certain videos or something like that. YouTube, okay? Now, if you want to download them, you're gonna have to pay YouTube, which is like $16 a month, and it's like, but then that's like ad free, and you know you can download stuff. So I mean, kind of works, kind of don't, you know, because they used to be $10. They went up to a whole 15. I said $15.99. I said, girl, are you that special? Okay, like are you that somebody? I don't know about it. I don't know, lady. Um, but yeah, y'all, like I just feel like, you know, especially being divine feminine, like it's this energy of moving around and being assertive and really speaking what you want, but also being able to compromise. Let's say you apply for, you're trying to get another job, right? And you know it's a job that you really really want, but they not paying, you know, let's say if you saying like, oh, I want, if they say, you know, oh, what's your compensation, and you say something like $24 an hour, but they could only pay you 21, you know, and where you work at, you probably make 19. I mean, from 19 to 21, you know, it's like you just gotta find that thing, because you never know. You never know. I worked at jobs where people literally got promoted within 6 months of employment. Okay, 6 months of employment, and they were promoted. So it's like you gotta go with what feels good for you. So you definitely gotta just like pull yourself back and say, you know, is this what I truly want? Like, is this going to benefit me? How is this going to work? And even if you have to pretty much try to fit both jobs together, you know, two job people, I know you're feeling. If you got to put both, you know, fit both jobs together in your week for, you know, 2 months or so, just so you can grasp a lot of things and get a handle on a lot of things, even financially, you have to do that for a little bit, just to grasp a lot of things, then do it. Do it. You don't have to do it forever. You could do it for 2 months, 3 months, and then you can let the job that's falling go. But y'all, like I said, like I'm just really calm and mellow, but it's definitely a good energy that is stirring up, that is coming. It's newness, it's spring, it's brand new. A lot of new things are happening, a lot of new things are coming up for us, a lot of new things are manifesting. Um, and it's amazing. I love it. You should love it, because when it pop off, baby, we're gonna pop all the way the hell off. Okay, we're gonna pop all the way the hell off. So this was a DF divine feminine reading, and like I said, we are still growing, we are still learning, we are still ascending, we are still really just getting it up there. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself from where you came from to where you're at now, because it was a long journey. It was a hard journey. You know, sleepless nights. You know, worry, anxiety. You know, fear-based, worrisome, doubtful. You know, un unhopeful. It was a lot that went on with us. It was a lot that went on with us. And now that we're here, it's okay. Okay. Now that we here, it's something totally new and totally different, you know. And like I said, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So you're doing things that you normally would always put on the back burner, like, you know, making videos, making YouTube videos, or starting that catering company, the DIYs, the arts and crafts that you've been into, putting your children into sports and being like the soccer mom, you know, especially for the divine feminine energy. I'm just talking about divine feminine energy. So it's like, you know, we're operating in that masculine feminine cycle energy of, you know, get into my masculine and handle this stuff right here. But when I handle that, I'm gonna fall back into my feminine energy, and I'm gonna allow it, and then I'm gonna go and get it, and then I'm gonna allow it, and I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a tug of war, but in the most high vibrational version of it. Okay, the most high vibrational version of it. So that was just what I wanted to say this morning, you guys, and I hope you all have a great Sunday, and I hope you all manifest everything your heart desires times a million, you know? Why not? Why not? You're smart, you're beautiful, you're great, you're courageous, you are honorable, you're noble, you are sexy, you are handsome, you are just everything somebody could ever want and desire. You are a businessman, a businesswoman, you're a great mom, you're a great dad, you're a great husband, you're a great wife, you're a great family member, you're a great friend, you're a great aunt, you're a great uncle, you're a great, you're amazing, right? Like, you are number one. So put yourself in that energy. Act like it, know it to a T. I am number one, and that's just who I am to myself. I don't care about you or what you think, because what you think is has everything to do with you. What you feel has everything to do with you. But for me, I know I'm number one. You know, you gotta know about it. Alright? So until next time, yeah girl.